Tower, good morning, November 19804, holding short of 26 left on Foxtrot 1.
Can you put your microphone?
Number 2,
Yeah, it's okay.
What do you want to do with the GoPro?
Sure, 11 o'clock, no miles, southbound
nope.
2100, climbing.
Yeah, but you cannot just put it here because that's a loose object. If it falls down here, it blocks the collective.
I just need audio, yeah. So
November 1, Tango Delta,
Can you put it in your pocket maybe? Or because if it falls around here, it's dangerous, you know.
Yep.
241 Tango Delta.
Oh, you just record the audio? Okay.
Long Beach
Okay.
Tower,
Okay.
291
Then the last steps before we take off should be remembered. Can you remember them?
Long Beach Tower, helicopter.
No, the last steps of the checklist.
Last check. What was that?
26 left.
So first, friction off.
November 804, runway
friction off,
26
yeah.
left, cleared for takeoff. For takeoff, 26 left, Skyhawk
Okay.
804.
Then this friction off, yes. Okay, and then you check if the governor is on.
Okay.
Okay, so from now on, the engine RPM will go up. So from now on, you have to keep your hand always on the collective, okay? If you need to fix your headset or anything, you can secure the cyclic and use your right hand. But the left hand has to stay here now. Okay, then you can slowly roll on the throttle to 80 and then the governor will bring it up.
Control of you, that's at 1000, maintain outer
The little
buzzer current
off
altitude.
Outer 2000, 1 to go.
For track 415, contact SoCal departure, good day.
Clutch
November
light,
1, Tango Delta, extend that one.
2,
Down one.
3, 4, clutch it out.
Okay.
Frequency change for track 4.
Leave your hand here. Okay, then one last check. Can you remember the last one?
Drop the RPM.
Yes, so you just raise the collective slightly. That's enough. That's enough. That's
November
enough.
1, Mike Echo, there's a
And then you slowly roll down the RPM. And then you can call out rotor RPM at 100, 99, 98, 97.
Oh, yeah.
Then you just lower the collective, the governor will bring it back in the green. Okay, then we are ready for takeoff, so we can check our gauges. 1, 2, 3 in the green. Amps are in the middle. Carpet is out of the yellow. Caution and warning lights are off. Tags are in the green. We have about 3/4 of fuel.
Okay.
Okay, I have controls.
You have control?
I have controls. You put your feet off. So when I have controls, you have to put your feet away. Yes. Okay.
Systems approved, extend downwind 1.
Okay, then you can already think about the radio call.
Mr.
November
Long
804,
Beach
that
Tower,
helicopter is going to be
Long
outer
Beach Tower
below
helicopter
700, we're heading to your red
4426,
600,
and member reaches South Cherry departure with information hotel.
Yes, very good. Then he's gonna say South Cherry departure approved, departure from Maverick at your own risk. So what do you say?
Catalina 91, make sure departure number
South Cherry departure approved, departure from Maverick at your own risk.
South Cherry departure is approved from Maverick at my own risk.
Departure from Maverick at my own risk.
Yeah.
Yes, helicopter 426. Okay, but only when she says that, okay? Okay, whenever you're ready, you can do the first call.
Okay.
Long Beach Tower, helicopter 74426, and Maverick, recast South Cherry departure.
Helicopter 74426, Long Beach Tower, departure from Maverick will be at your own risk, South Cherry approved.
Departure from Maverick at my own risk, South Cherry approved.
November 1,
South Cherry
position.
Let's continue.
Yeah. Turn base for 241 Tango Delta.
Okay, now.
November 426,
Oh, wait.
departure will be at your own risk, South Cherry. Thank you, I didn't get a response.
No?
South Cherry departure
Is approved. Departure from Maverick, helicopter 746.
Thank you, November 02, Papa, runway 26 left, line up and wait, traffic on base.
Okay.
Runway 426, 02 Papa.
Then we're gonna get a little forward airspeed to get a little fresh air.
Catalina 91, remain this frequency via Foxtrot 4, Foxtrot to boost.
Foxtrot 4 to the boost with you, Cat 91.
Okay, get a little more airspeed. Almost 40 knots.
November 02, Papa, make left traffic, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 266, clear for
Left side clear.
02 Papa.
Right side clear. So before every turn we check both sides.
Runway 26 left, line up and wait, traffic on a mile final.
Line up late for 3 Delta call, 26 left.
yeah, so the call was just departure from Maverick at my own risk, and South Cherry approved. And also on the first call, remember to say the information again, with information hotel. So you have it here, right? Hotel.
Hotel, yeah.
November 3 Delta Golf.
Okay, then we can climb to 500. Okay, I'm gonna give you the controls when you're ready. So you have the controls.
I have controls.
Put first your feet on, and now you can say
I have controls.
you have controls. Okay, let's keep the collective high. The heading is good. You can keep climbing because we have just reached signal hill, so now we can go up to 700 feet. 60 knots altitude looks perfect. Good job. And so you don't get too fast, a little aft cycling. Try to find a good 60 knots altitude when you look at the horizon. And you can keep the collective a little bit higher. So now this is 22 inches. Fly, check. So that's a good setting. Keep the collective up. And 60 knots looks good. Fly, check. 60 knots. Fly, check. 22 inches. Fly, check. Climbing at 600 feet.
Yeah.
And now we have 700, so let's keep the collective, just apply forward cycling to go to 70 knots. This should also stop our climb.
Okay, 70 knots?
Yes. Nice.
Number 1 Mike Echo, traffic holding in position.
Very smooth transition, good job. So, check 70, check 700.
426, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, 426. Frequency change approved, helicopter 426.
Sorry, I don't remember that, sorry.
That's okay. I don't expect you at the moment from your second flight to do every call.
Tower helicopters?
No, she already told us.
Oh, yeah.
She said helicopter 426, frequency change approved.
Yeah.
And then I just said frequency change approved, helicopter 426.
Okay.
So that's what I meant. Always when we're still in contact, right?
Yep.
So we always have to listen up for our call sign.
Okay.
So as soon as you hear 426, you should be like, oh, okay, that's for me. What is going on? And then she said frequency change approved. So then I read it back. Okay, when we are at the beach, you can first check left,
Left,
then
right, check.
and then you can turn to Queen Mary. Let's look at the horizon and then do the turn.
November 3 Delta Golf, 10 downwind.
Nice, that's a very smooth turn. A little more to Queen Mary. 700 feet, we're descending just a little bit, so let's raise the collective a little higher.
Heading to Kimmery.
Yes, please. So now the horizon moved just a little up, and now it comes back. Good. So when you see the horizon is moving up on the windshield, that means you drop the nose. So we got a little faster, but now we are back to 70. Okay, so you can use your left hand and change the frequency to the tower, to the harbor. Yeah, perfect. Okay, and then we can think about the radio call. So when we are over Queen Mary, you can say LA Harbor traffic, helicopter 426 over Queen Mary, 700 feet, heading to Point Fermin, LA Harbor. So you can think about it first, and when you think you're ready,
Sorry, yeah.
you can do it.
LA Harbor traffic. Yeah.
Helicopter 426.
LA Harbor traffic, helicopter 426 over Kimmery, heading to Point Fermin at 700 feet.
Nice.
Sorry, yeah.
That's good. So if you forget the altitude and then you say it in the end, that's totally fine. So here, this is not really a rule which sequence, so that's perfect. You just have to make sure you give them all the information, because then they know where are you, what are you doing, how high.
Yeah.
So now that was a very good call. Okay, let's get back to 70 knots altitude, and let's raise the collective a little to start to climb. Let's go to 1,200, please. So the collective is pretty heavy on this helicopter, so you really have to raise it and then keep it up.
Okay.
Otherwise it's going to drop automatically.
70 knots and 1,200.
Yes, please. Yeah. Very good job on the trim strings, straight and level. So you can raise maybe a little more. Let's maybe go to 22.5 or so. Yeah, that's pretty good setting. And you can fly straight to these blue cranes over there.
Okay.
Okay, and also, always when I depart an airport, I want to make sure we are safe for our journey. Hey, the rocket is gone. Normally here stands a rocket from SpaceX, but it's gone. So I want to make sure we are safe for our trip. So that's why always when I depart an airport, I like to do a gauge check. So let's check the gauges.
Alright.
So you can start from here, 1, 2, 3 in the green.
2, 3 in the green.
Amps.
Yep.
What are about the amps? You can say in the middle or centered.
Middle.
Yeah. Then carpet temperature
Yes.
or carb temperature.
20.
Yeah, so it's out of the yellow, that's enough. You could just say it's out of the yellow. When it's in the yellow, we raise the carpet a little and then it goes up, you see?
Yep.
Okay, but now it was out of the yellow.
Out of the yellow, yeah.
Okay, then all caution and warning lights. All the lights
Yep.
are off or on?
Out of off.
Off, yeah. So they're all off. So if you see, for example, the governor light on, governor light is on.
Oh yeah.
So this is why we do the gauge check, if in case there is a problem we can see it. But now we check everything is off, so all is good.
Sherman under Victor, point Furman, northbound 500.
Okay, there's a... Okay. Yes, and tags are in the green, that's good.
Yep.
And we have more than half fuel. So gauge check is complete.
Okay.
That was just a radio call, that was the sheriff, he said he's over Point Fermin.
Yep.
So let's tell him as well where we are. So you can say LA Harbor traffic, helicopter 426, over blue cranes, these are the blue cranes. Over blue cranes at 1200, heading to Point Fermin.
At Alpha traffic, helicopter 426 over Blue Crate at 1,200 feet, heading to Point Fermin. At Alpha traffic.
Nice. You see the sheriff? 12 o'clock, pretty low. Can you see him?
Yep.
So he's just flying to the right side. So it's you see, there's a yellow and green helicopter very low.
Oh yeah.
So
And
this is
Harbor
the
traffic, helicopter 1950 Hotel, just beam Comer Helms Bridge, 1,200, southwest bound. We're going to be working the Pier 300 area, Harbor.
yeah, 70 knots looks good. Let's make sure you go back
East of
to
300 northbound.
you get a little outside. You get back to 1,200.
Roger, we'll be looking for you. We are at Orange. West of Pier 300 northbound.
Okay, then we are approaching Point Fermin. So over Point Fermin, you can do another position report. Our next target is then Point Vicente. So you can tell them we are heading to Point Vicente. Whenever we are there. So you can either do the radio call first, or you turn right first.
Oh.
But let's go all the way to the coastline, and then we turn right and fly along the coastline.
So contact is first.
Whatever you want, you can choose.
Yeah.
Harbor traffic, helicopter 50 Hotel. We're just on the north side of the purple cranes at 1,200, doing right-hand orbits around Pier 300.
At the Alpha traffic, helicopter 426 over the Point Fermin at 1,200 feet, heading to Point Vicente. At the Harbor.
Nice, good job. Okay, before you turn, left clear, right clear. Always
clear.
check the sides, and then before you turn, look at the horizon, and then you turn.
Okay.
Fly, check, 70 knots. Perfect, good turn.
It's too high.
Now you can keep the altitude, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's go to 60 knots and start to climb. Or let's first go to 60 knots and keep the same airspeed, altitude. So let's try to keep 1,300. Okay, so now we know the settings. 60 knots, perfectly straight and level. About 18 to 19 inches is a good power setting.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's keep the 60 knots. So look at the horizon, at the same time you raise the collective to start the climb. So let's get a little more forward cyclic, we're a little too slow. Raise the collective, and let's climb, let's try to climb with 500 feet per minute.
Okay.
Okay, as you raise the collective, you're gonna need a little left pedal. And now the horizon moves a little up, so a little aft cyclic. Yes, that's good. Okay, keep this not too much, keep that attitude. Try to keep this 60 knots attitude. That's a little too slow. That's 50 knots. 60 knots looks good. 300 feet climb rate, so we can raise a little more.
Pressure, Link 576 on Golf over the Horseshoe, 2,200 descending, doing simulated engine out, going towards Trump National, looking for 4426.
Okay, there is one guy over, so this area over there is called Horseshoe.
Yep.
This one with the two land tanks into the sea. Because it looks like the shoe of a horse. There is one guy over there, I can see him. He's doing some maneuvers over there. Okay, then let's level off here. Or let's level off let's level off here.
Pressure is flying 576 on Golf, 1,900 over the Horseshoe, 1,800 descending, doing simulated engine out, looking for the traffic over Trump National.
Level off.
LA Harbor traffic, helicopter 426 over Trump National Golf Course, 2,000 feet, heading to Point Vicente, and we have the airplane in front of us inside LA Harbor.
We're returning to the, what's it called, the north side of Trump, and we'll stay north, so give you guys space.
Okay, let's get to an 80 knots altitude and stay a little over here. That's a good heading at the moment.
Yeah. 80 knots.
80 knots. So you may also need to have to raise collective a little bit, otherwise you're gonna descend. And we're gonna keep an eye on this guy because he's very close to us over there. You see him?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice, good job. A little left pedal.
Victor, Goodyear blimp, northbound, so.
Okay, 80 knots, 1,900, looks very good, good job. So this area is called Horseshoe here.
Oh.
Yes. Okay, the traffic is now behind us and heading in the other direction. So should be no problem. We are at 2,000 feet, so so now we are climbing because we lost airspeed. So look at the horizon. Back to 80 knots. Nice. Okay, and then when we are over Point Fermin, you can do another position report. And we can turn around. So you can do whatever you want, you can do first.
Okay.
And then we try to do a turn with 80 knots.
You can maintain 80 knots?
Yes, so at the moment it looks pretty good. If you get a little more forward cyclic, 21 inches, I think is pretty straight and level.
Okay.
So a good power setting. We can use up to 23.6 or something, so we have enough power reserve at the moment.
Okay. Can I left turn?
Yes, you can.
2,100.
8 hour traffic, helicopter 426 over the Point Vicente at 2,100 feet, heading to Fermi, LA Harbor.
Okay, then let's keep 80.
And just heads up, 1950 Hotel, we're
Right,
at
clear.
1,300, working the Pier 300 area. Clear pressure, it's like 506 on Golf over, the Big Diamond 1,000.
Nice, check, 80 knots, looks good. Check, straight and level. Maybe a little right pedal. Just a little bit, yes. Keep the forward cyclic, check. Lost a little airspeed, so a little more forward. But very stable turn, really good job. Now the airspeed is back, good correction. And then, but actually let's turn over to Horseshoe. So let's keep turning. Let's turn all the way. Let's fly to Horseshoe and then we turn right.
Okay.
Then let's try to keep the 80 knots. Then you can level off. A little right pedal. Nice. Okay, let's try to go to 70 knots and then you can tell me when you think you have 70 knots.
Okay. Is it 70 knots?
65,
yeah.
a little. So you applied a good amount of aft cyclic, but then you kept getting slower and slower. So at some point you have to forward again to keep the same attitude. Okay, let's go 70 knots and turn right. Left clear?
Left, right clear.
Okay, and when you have point Fermin in front of you, let's keep 60, 70 knots.
Okay.
Okay, then you can start to descend, please.
200 feet out, Halifax days, traveling south along the coast.
So let's keep the 70 knots, look at the horizon and lower the collective a lot to descend with 500 feet per minute. Let's go back down to 1000 feet, okay? So we have to descend a lot.
What altitude?
1000.
1000?
Yes, so let's make sure you descend quite fast. And a little more forward cyclic, 70 knots. Okay, so this golf course is the Trump National Golf Course.
Yep.
So whenever we are there, you can do a position report. So you can just say over Trump National Golf Course. You could also say at 2000 feet, descending to 1000 feet and heading to Point Fermin. If you can.
Heading over traffic, helicopter 426 over Trump National Golf Club at 2000 feet to 1000 feet, heading to Point Fermin. Heading over.
Nice. So at 2000 feet, descending to 1000.
Descend to.
Yeah, but that was already good. I think it was pretty clear. So they know now what you do. That's good. 70 knots, 500. That's perfect. Let's try to keep exactly that attitude.
Okay.
So we have about a little less than 18 inches. 17. And lower maybe a little more. And we keep the same picture outside. So now you applied a little aft cyclic, that's why we stopped descending, so we need forward cyclic. So the problem was now the aft cyclic. So our descent and climb rate is very much influenced by our airspeed. So as soon as you apply a little aft cyclic, you're going to descend slower. So you really have to make sure you keep the same attitude, and then you can have a stable descent as well. I'll pay this up, so 70 knots. Maybe lower collective a little more. Just keep the 70 knots, just lower collective a little bit. Good, man.
Traffic at 91 half mile east of sea launch 1000 southbound.
And when 1000 feet is coming up, then you can just a little bit before you reach 1000 feet, you can slowly start to raise the collective to level off. But make sure you keep the 70.
Let's get 1000, looking for cat 91.
Okay, so
We got you as a flare, you're going to go straight through the breakwater?
Yep, we're on course right now.
Roger, we should be no factor over Angels Gate, turn sound point.
make sure we descend a little more. The power is pretty high, so let's lower the collective a little. Yeah, you can lower more. I really want to descend with at least 500 feet per minute. 1100, so 100 feet more to go.
Yep.
Okay, so we are almost there, so you can slowly start to level off. Nice, that was a good level off. So when you raise the collective, the nose wants also to come up a little bit, so you need a little forward cycling to keep this horizon at the same position. Okay, then you can turn around.
Okay, left, right, clear.
This time maybe we can do a little steeper turn to try if that works as well. Keep 70 knots first. Then you can turn left or right, whatever you want.
Okay, left, right, clear.
Okay. Okay, so if you do a steep turn, you have to raise the collective a little. Yes, then we are turning pretty steep. Trim strings are perfectly centered.
And Harbor Traffic,
check.
Frontier Hotel, right-hand orbit, Pier 300, 1,200 below.
Light check. 0 descent rate. We're a little bit below 1,000, so you can raise collective a little.
Over Angels View, we did get turns between Angels Gate and Queens Gate, eastbound on the breakwater, Long Beach.
Pretty busy today. Okay, then you can do also a radio call. A little left pedal and a little more air.
Heading over traffic, helicopter 426 over the point for me at 100 feet, heading to Point Vicente, LA Harbor.
Correction, 1,000 feet. 1,000 feet, not 100.
Oh, yeah, so sorry.
Okay, let's keep 60. You can go to 60 knots, a little forward cyclic. Or actually, let's go back to 70 knots. Let's go to 70 knots, a little more forward cyclic.
Flight 2 helicopter, 1500 or below, eastbound 22.5.
Okay, 70 knots attitude, looks good. Okay, then let's start to climb a little bit. So let's try to keep the 70 knots and start to climb. You can raise the collective a little. So I can maybe climb to 1,400. So keep the power a little higher.
Pressure, flying 5, 6, 7.
So now we are pretty close to our max power. So we cannot pull that more than that. So that's the maximum. But this is a good setting. You can leave this, but not more. So keep the collective up. 70 knots, we are a little bit climbing, so we only need 100 feet more. Okay, we are still climbing.